There we go. Let's get this party started. Welcome to Tuesday Night Live, August 12th. So, Rise Up. That's our theme. Rise, R-I-S-E, stands for reach for your goals, inspire others, serve with heart, and empower others. So it's reach, inspire, serve, and empower. I thought that was great. He actually gave many. He goes, do you want more? Do you want more? Okay. But it's really the first one that just resonated with me. And so I am Sherry McDonald, proud sales director of the Masterpiece Unit. We have been a unit since 1993. I've been in Mary Kay since 1985. I'll let y'all do the math. And I've been so happy to be here. So happy to be with everyone. So, as I said a minute ago, I think that was before I started recording, that Suzanne was our queen for the week. And she was a queen. Woohoo! Yes, there goes those pom-poms. Look at, we all have them. Yay. Hi, Tara. Glad you're here. Woohoo! So, what did I do? Let me see all these papers. With a week of $318, Queen Suzanne, congratulations. So you had a class of 302. Tell us about that.
I had a party, a Zoom party. So not some of the people didn't order much, but there was one person who ordered quite a bit, and then my hostess ordered a decent amount as well.
Good, good. So that was a Facebook Live, did you say, or Messenger, or what?
Zoom. I did pretty much a hydrofacial on Zoom.
Okay, perfect. Good for you. Good for you. And then with reorders on the go appointment, then we got to 318. So very good. So there's so many different ways that we can work our business for sure. And yes, I don't know if I had said this earlier, maybe it's just to one individual, that I have not scheduled hydrofacials, but it does not mean we're not doing them. It's where you reach out to me and say, I have a group of people I want to do a hydrofacial, but I don't want to do it by myself, or I don't want to send the samples. Sherry, what's your availability? Then I'll send you my link to my availability and we can pick something. I think that seems to work out well too. Okay, so just reach out to me. It doesn't even have to, it could be 2 people, 2 or 3 people. I want you to watch, I want you to learn, I want you to get confident how to do these yourself, and I can still send samples in your behalf. So that's how we're working at this moment in time. And then when you do get confident in doing your own, you can. So it all works out. Any questions on that? Let's meet Tara as long as she's here. She just popped in after we did introductions. So tell us who you are, how long you're building your business, and where you're zooming in from.
Hi, I'm Tara from Canastota, New York. And I will be honest, I've kind of lost track. It's been a very busy summer.
Yeah, you've been this camping girl. That's like, how fun. So when did you come in?
So this is my 5th month.
March.
Okay, so that's pretty darn good. And you were Rookie of the Year. Rookie of the Year. So I've got this certificate, I've got this prize. I'm like, I don't even think she knows she was Rookie of the Year. So Rookie of the Year is somebody who has been in less than 1 year and has just done fabulous things. So congratulations. We never really got a chance to say that to you because you haven't been able to be on until now. So yay, congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah. Let's see, Stars consultant program, our consistency program that Mary Kay herself started with. 1,800 wholesale is the minimum. And I'm going to be talking today about how you can do that and beyond. You know, you could be in the national quarter sales, or if you want to be princess quarter sales, which national quarter is now 45,000 retail. So about half of that would be wholesale that you put in through the year. So you would think Princess Court from the company would be half of that, which would be 22.5, but I think they kept it at 22 for whatever reason, because they just thought it was a good even number. So that's the last I've heard. But someplace I know I thought about Star Consultant, and then I kind of went on to another tangent. I know I did. Let's see. Okay, so that's not, hold on. Let's see if I can screen share quickly. Where is it going to be? We're going to try. Maybe I'll get to it later because I'm not seeing where it is. It's not where I want it to be. So it was right over there. Anyway, I was going to show you the prizes. The prizes, they're in boards. They're on our masterpiece page. I'll make sure that they're pinned. Because I had said 22.5 for Princess Court, but I think I'm wrong. So you start out, the unit quarter sales is 5,000 retail. So half of that is wholesale. That's a pair of earrings. So that'd be at least 2,500 wholesale. This is from July 1st to June 30th. Then there's a unit loyalty court, which is 10,000 retail, which would be 5,000 wholesale. But the company works with retail, and that's the national quarter sales is a retail number. So that's why all these figures are in retail, but that's like retail sales that you would sell the product for. So our cost is half of that. So that's why I'm giving you the two numbers. Then our unit court, the masterpiece court, is 15,000 retail for a pair of earrings. So half of that, or 7,500, would be your wholesale orders to the company, again, July 1st to June 30th, 2026. So then that Princess Court is 22,000. The unit Royalty Court is 30,000. And then the National Queen's Court of Sales is 45,000 retail. And there's this giant purple, beautiful ring. And you could choose the cash. So that's that. And then for sharing, there is a, let's see, the unit court of sharing is 3 Great Start qualified. Masterpiece court of sharing is 6 Great Start qualified. Then there's a Princess Court, which is 12. And then the National Court of Sales, where you can earn the Diamond Bumblebees, is at least 24 Great Start qualified. So check out the prizes, but the prizes are fun, especially the ones, the national court ones from the company. But remember, it's sharing the products, it's sharing the opportunity, it's building a business with residual income, and it's sharing with a heart. It's sharing the opportunity also. So, because think about where you would be if nobody shared this opportunity with you. What you would be missing out on that you're getting by being a Mary Kay consultant. So this is we're August 10th. This is week 9. Week 9 in the quarter of 13 weeks. So we have Star Consultants very close. Mickey is like 125 away, wholesale away from Star. Elaine is close. Suzanne Jones is close. Karen Smith, Pat Reedy, Darcy White, Tara Main. All of these consultants that I'm naming are at have ordered 800 wholesale or more. So just watch your deadline, which is September 15th. September 15th. And when you have a Great Start qualified or more, for every Great Start qualified team member in the same quarter, that bumps you up 600 points. So that gets really fun when you're looking at the prizes and you're adding points. So that is that. Any questions there? The other, oh, I don't know where the graphic is, but tomorrow night at 9 Eastern, it's all about eyes on the our Wednesday Zoom event. All about eyes, eyeshadow placement for what type shape eyes. So this is the type of event. This truly is the type of event people get, meaning your guests, your customers like to come to. So get that out to them. I've just started texting people today, so it's not too late. You can be texting people after we get off this meeting tonight. You can be texting people tomorrow morning. It's on Zoom, all right? They don't have to go anywhere. They don't have to plan too far ahead. But you want to be on yourself so you can learn, and you want to get people there so they can be in the drawing. There's always product giveaway. She has Kate Spade giveaways. So it's a ton of fun. And this is, like I said, something that people are going to say, I was wondering. So who are your glamour girls? Start there. Who are your glamour girls, or who are the people that say, oh, I don't wear eyeshadow because I don't know how. So you know who those people are too. Those are the people to invite. And then Thursday is our Peek into Pink sharing night. Janice always has a top leader in the company share. So these meetings are events are about 45 minutes. There is a registration link. The idea is to get people on. The registration link, I'll make sure that that's posted again, but that doesn't change. That is our link to the Google form where they just fill out name, address, phone number. So we know who it is. So we have follow up, and so we can send something too. So that's that. Any questions on that? Okay, $100 days. I don't know where Carrie is, but she posted a $100 day. I think Mickey, you had a $100 day. Did you
No.
post that? Maybe it was
No.
a week before I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
Okay. So who's ordered this month? We've had Michelle Parker, Suzanne Jones, Melissa Ryan, myself, Polly Forsyth, Michelle Nemeth, Carrie Nair, and Tara Main. Yay! So good job, ladies. So keep going with your business and watch what we talk about tonight. It's just going to put a fire under you. Like, I can do this. So that's what I'm excited about. We taught, and Pat remembers this because I had her teach on it one time, about 40 customers to National Court of Sales.
Mhm.
Well, Tandy Fisher, she tweaked it a little bit last year, and it was still, because the Court of Sales was 40,000 until this year. And so she did a collaboration with Erin Marlowe. And so now it's in Canva, so it's editable. Say that 3 times fast. So I'm more excited about it because the products that they had weren't all necessarily the ones I wanted to promote. So I was able to change a couple things, but most of it is exactly the same. And it's 45. So it's 45 customers getting on 25 products. That is 45 customers purchasing $1,000 in a year. And if they are on these 25 products,
Mhm.
and some of them they're ordering a couple a year, and you're like, well, they order more than that, or whatever. So I'm going to just start this on video. She has 3 separate videos, and I want to be able to get through them. But I was super excited about it. Well, shoot, let's hold on. I've got to share it. Crying out loud. Yes. So let's start with this one, and hopefully
Hi, my name is Tandy Fisher. I'm a $1
you
million
see it.
director in Rockford,
Yes.
and I'm thrilled to
Hear
connect
it?
you today with this idea
Yes.
called 45 to Thrive. This is all about building 45 customers who use $1,000 of products a year that add up to $45,000 retail to put you on the National Court of Sales, earning your diamond ring and bringing extra income into your family. Now, you might think this idea looks kind of familiar if you've looked into some of the tools that are attached to this. It is similar to the 40 customer binder that made its way across much of the Mary Kay world in the past 4 years since I released those videos. And I shared on those videos that it originated from this old but timeless training that I came across one time from this brilliant director that I had never met, but I had wanted to give credit where credit was due. Well, her name is Brenda Howell, who I've since met, and she is just as beautiful as she is brilliant. And I'm so grateful to have seen that training from long ago. And now a huge thank you to Erin Marlowe, who has made this part of her Go Give collection so we can share all of this with the Mary Kay world. She has changed a lot of the tools that goes with it and has put it on Canva so you can go in and make any changes that you want. All right, so Binder. That's the first thing. I want you to grab a binder that you love to look at because you will be looking at it. You want it to bring you joy when you see it, that you want to open it and want to work with your binder. You might change your binder often. I have had the same binder for 4 years. It must be made pretty well because it's holding up well for as much as it's been used. But I might end up changing it. You just never know. The other thing you could do is Erin made this great cover page, so you could always put it in a clear binder and just have the Thrive 45 to Thrive just on the front of it there too. So, okay, so let's get into the 25 products that we're specifically talking about. And there is a list that is in there. Now, these 25 products you could change around and you will notice as you look at them that you're like, Tandy, like they should use a lot more products than that, or they would use more than that in a year if they're using it consistently. You are totally right, which should also make you realize how simple it could be to get 45 customers to use $1,000 of product a year. What this also shows you is that if they're not getting it from you, they're getting it from somewhere else. And so the goal is to have all your customers thinking of only you when they run out of anything skincare, any supplement, any color, any body care, any fragrance. We want them thinking of you because the more they order and the more reorders, the more they're going to think of you. All right, so let's talk about these 25 specific items. So the first is 2 Time-Wise Miracle Sets. Okay, so 2 sets in a whole year, it's probably not going to fully last, right? But again, we're going low on this. You also might have more customers like I do that use the Volufarm Time-Wise Repair than they do Miracle Set. Well, great. That'll help you get to the 1,000 even that much faster. So go ahead and just mark that the same way you would the Time-Wise Miracle Set. I have 1 replenishing serum C plus E, 1 box of hydrogel eye patches, 1 microdermabrasion plus set. That could also be a peel in that line. 2 oil-free eye makeup removers, 2 micellar waters, 1 satin lip set, 1 gel mask or charcoal mask, 2 foundation primers, 1 under eye corrector or concealer, 2 CC creams, which could also be foundation. So if they use that, mark it in the same place. 1 silky setting powder or translucent powder, 1 Clinical Solutions Retinol 0.3, 1 Clinical Solutions Booster, 1 Perfect Palette. That is the only non-consumable item in the entire list, but it's there on purpose to help you to remember to get your skincare customers on basic color as well. Now, if you are completing that, you're doing this year after year, you might change that out for that specific customer that already has the palette. Now think, now do they have brushes? Do they have something else in that spot? You'll also see a blush, a contour, a liquid eyeshadow, 3 Chroma Fusion eyeshadows, 2 waterproof eyeliners, 2 ultimate mascaras. I know they should change them every 3 months, but just in case, 2 on there. And it could be any mascara. 2 lipsticks, which could also be a lip gloss or another lip product. 1 waterproof lip liner, 2 precision brow liners or brow tints, and 1 balancing toner. Now, all of these items add up to $1,000. So again, it can be adjusted, but those are just really basic ones that I feel like every customer either they're already using it or they should be using it. It would be something anyone and everyone can use. So let's think about that. Again, if you have 20 or 45 customers using those 25 specific products that add up to $1,000, you guys, that is the national quarter sales. That is earning your diamond ring. It's bringing in $18,000 to $22,500 of product into your family every single year. That is huge. And that is a reason in itself to be doing this tracking. Now, why do I give that range? Well, 22,500 is half of 45,000. However, we teach 60-40 split in Mary Kay. So you're taking 60% to put back in. That's going to cover your samples that I'm going to teach you how to use in an upcoming video. It's going to help to pay for your preferred customer program. So in that range would be the profit that comes from that. Another thing I'm going to teach you to do in the upcoming videos, and there'll be a few to follow this one. One is to learn about each and every single one of these products on their own. So you'll want to pull up the product fact sheet from Mary Kay In Touch and learn about these, print them off, have it in your binder so you can learn it, study it. Make sure you are personally using all of the products that are on this list, because when we use the products and we love them, we sell them from experience and with more passion. This will also help you to know what products to stock for demos. So all of these products, your customers should be trying a bunch of them when they sit down with you for a one-on-one facial. If it's somebody from a distance or from that you're going to use samples with, you want to make sure you're ordering those samples from Mary Can Touch. And again, I'll teach you how to use the coupons with those in the upcoming videos, even if they do live close by. This is also going to help you to do even next level customer service, because all of this binder and everything about it is to help you to give the best customer service available to your customers, because we know that when you give great customer service, you will immediately stand out from the rest, especially in these days. And again, we want your customers to think of only you with all of their skincare and beauty needs. But next level will come from you knowing exactly what your customers use. And now you can make sure you have those items stocked in your inventory. So when they run out and they need another one, you have it right there immediately ready to go. So I cannot wait to see just how this impacts your business. And when you have these products on hand that they are trying first, we know that when they try, they tend to buy, right? Because they feel it on their skin, they see the difference, feel the difference, and the product just sells itself. So we want to make this simple. We want to make this easy on you and just a natural flow that comes from giving great customer service. I have loved hearing from those of you that have used the binder in the past few years, just how this has impacted your business, and can't wait to see how this will impact your business, this 45 to Thrive, here in the year to come and beyond. So just to help you to hit that port of sales, I can't wait to hear how many are crossing that seminar stage just from implementing this, in addition to all the other amazing things that you already do. I am confident for your customers right now. So can't wait to hear all about it, and I will see you on the next video.
Okay, what do you think so far? So you're gonna want like a 2-inch, not like, you're gonna want a 2-inch binder, I would say. That's what I got. All right, here is the next one.
Hello again, my name is Tandy Fisher, $1 Million Sales Director from Rockford, Illinois, and this is video 2 in the 45 to Thrive series. So if you haven't seen video 1 yet, stop this recording and go back and watch it first. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about all of the print-offs from the collab that you're going to want to have in your binder, and I'll give you suggestions on regular paper cardstock, or if it matters either way. Okay, but there are 2 things that I think will be helpful to purchase in addition to your binder. The first thing is going to be sheet protectors. So a sheet protector looks like this. You're going to want to have at least 25 of those, one for each of the products that are on the 25 product sheet for your 45 customers to be using. So those products that we talked about in the last video. Now, in the last video, I mentioned like silky setting powder or translucent powder. So you might want to have more than 25 of those sheet protectors and print even more of the products. That could maybe be this one or that one. Now, the place you're going to want to go to find your product fact sheet is you'll go to the little shopping bag icon on Mary Can Touch. And for this one example, you would type in oil-free eye makeup remover. And then when that comes up, click on it. And if you scroll down, you'll see product fact sheet. You want to print that product fact sheet. This one, for example, has 2 sides to it. So you'll print it back to back, slide it down in here. The reason for this is so you can get to know these products. You can get to know their features, their benefits, the buzzwords that Mary Kay teaches us to use. So it helps you to give even better customer service, the whole idea of this entire thing. And then you're going to want to put those in the back of your binder in the sheet protector. So they are always there and ready to go. It will also help you to have a really great place to go if you get a question from a customer. Okay, the next thing that you are going to want to print off is going to be the 45 to Thrive customer list. So this would be your sheet of 45 customers. Now, if you've been building your customer base and you already have 45 customers, write them down from the top customer down to the lowest one, or maybe you have even more than that. I've printed off 2 and started to get the names in there for this new year. But I printed off 2, and if you notice, I did them kind of back to back. So when I open this page of the binder, they can be written in. Oh, that was a sneak peek of like old ones. I just saw flipping back there from the previous years. Look at that, back when we had to use a highlighter. I love that Erin put these pink, white, because these lines, by the time you get over here, It's hard to remember which person that you're working on.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you don't have 45 customers yet, just put in whatever customers you already have. And if you're brand new, well, get excited. You get to start building this and start building those customers. So what I do is I go through and put in my top, I will do 90, my top 90 customers. Now there's more than that, but I do the top 90 minimally. And then I will go in and put in or check mark anything that they have purchased in the last year. So then you have a good idea. If they've purchased it in the last year, they're using it. So there's a chance they're still using it. If they haven't ordered it in over a year, they've either run out or they never used it in the first place. So it could still be a good thing to put in there. Now you'll notice these are pretty small. One of the great things that Erin Marlowe did in this collab was she made this on Canva. So you can actually type the names in if you want to use it like on the computer or on your phone, you can do that. You can print it off and write it in like I've done here. You can use check marks on hers or on this. Another quick thing I'll show you is that with cleanser, if they're using Voluform, I use a V instead of a check mark. So you'll come up with your own little things the more you use this and the more customers that you're building. The other thing that you can do, if it would be easier for you and if everything you do is in your office, you could have this sent off to like FedEx Kinko's or a local print shop in a big version, because this is pretty small with pretty small print. So you could have a big version in your office and use a big board instead. So you have a lot of options there to be able to use. Okay, the next thing that you'll see in there is the sample tracker. Now, this is how you're going to keep track of the samples that you send out to your customers with the coupons that we're going to go through here in just a little bit. So one of the things that I'm going to teach you to do is if you have a customer that is using, let's say that she's using everything except for the serum C+E, or at least that's like one of the first things on the checklist. And maybe she's using lipstick, but not lip gloss. Well, if those are samples we currently have, which we do at the time of this recording, you could go on to Mary Kay under section 2, order those samples and send her 2 samples. I recommend mailing 2 samples at a time to a customer, whether this is just something that you come up with that, you're like, I don't know what to do right now. I don't have enough bookings. I want to get more sales. Well, here's something you can work on. Work on these 45 customers that you have already spent time to invest in and get to know and get on the products and find the products she's not using and mail out 1 skincare item and 1 color item along with a coupon. Now the coupons are towards the back of the collab on the sheets that you can get there. You'll see them done this way where there's a front and a back that you could print off just on cardstock and then paper cut them. I left them full to show you how they would look like that. I also had Erin put them just 1 per page, so you can send them off to Vistaprint, for example, if you want to. I have found that Vistaprint does a really great job of printing business cards. So you would print this in a business card fashion. So this is how you would use this gift certificate, for example. It's just a cute little picture on the front that she made that says gift certificate. And then the back, you'll notice, kind of matches it with that faded pink heart. And it says, Mary Kay Cash, $10 off a $40 purchase, valid blank to blank. Now this one has the independent beauty consultant. That's just how it prints off. You can go in and put all your own information so they can be printed from your home computer this way, or you can send them off to Vistaprint or whatever other company with your information right on them, and they are ready to go in a box of cards, and it looks very professional. So the reason it has a valid blank to blank, you will fill that in with an ink pen. So let's say that you're going to mail out those samples of a lip gloss and a serum C+E to your customer. Well, if I put it in the mail today and they live fairly close, I think they're going to probably get that in the next 2 days. I'm going to put valid 2 days from now, and then I'm going to go 2 weeks out. So I want this coupon to be good for about 2 weeks, and it's $10 off a $40 purchase. Now, as soon as you send that out, you can either, I've done both ways. I've written a little note at the bottom like, hey, Kate, I just noticed you aren't using 2 of my favorites. I'm sending you these samples. Can't wait to see what you think of them. And then I've also just mailed them out and follow up with a text. Hey, Kate, watch for your mail. I just sent you a couple of my favorite product samples that I think you're going to love. Can't wait to hear what you think. So either way, whether you write it or you follow up with a text. Now, this sheet is going to help you to keep a track of what you have sent and what date, because that gets a little thrown, it can get thrown off in your mind. So you put Kate's name, the samples that you sent, the date you sent, the expiration, and then this reminds you to follow up. Why is this so important? Out of all the ones I've mailed out, very few just give me a call or a text in order. Some have, but most of it happens in the follow up. Again, great customer service. How many times have you gotten something in the mail and you're like, oh, I need to get back to that and forget? But if somebody called you and followed up, like there'd probably be a bigger chance, right? So you want to follow up with her. Now, I did put an example script at the bottom of this, like, hey, Kate, have you had a chance to try the sample I sent you in the mail? Just a quick reminder that your $10 off a $40 purchase coupon expires tomorrow. Is there anything you'd like to use it on? And the reason you end like that is it doesn't have to be Serum Felicity or lip gloss. She can use it off of whatever she wants to use it on. $10 off a $40 purchase means you're still going to profit. So that is really important when it comes to this. It's not just a straight cash amount. It's $10 off a $40 purchase. The other is you always want to end with a question when you are following up with a customer. So instead of saying like, let me know if there's anything you'd like to buy, you want to make sure you end with a question. Is there anything you'd like to use it on or something like that? So it prompts her to give an answer back to you. So this is just a great tracker. You're going to end up needing multiple of these printed off with the more samples that you send out. Now, another great opportunity and time to give out samples with the coupons would be in a reorder. So whether you mail that reorder or somebody's picking it up or you're dropping it off, putting those right inside there, you've already spent the time or the money to ship it there. So you might as well add them into that too, and then track it on this tracking sheet. I hope you get excited about that. I really love that coupon in there. Now, while I'm talking about coupons, I'll go ahead and tell you about this one. This is another one. It just says a gift for you. And this one says the certificate is good for $10 in products redeemable at your skincare or color appointment. That you could use anywhere. You could use it to warm chat. You could throw it in every reorder bag. Like you could put it anywhere because it's at a skincare or color appointment with you. So it's just something they might keep in their wallet, not get rid of, make sure that they have it there. All right, next one in here is the Faces Challenge. Now, this is just for you. You could have as many of these printed as you want. I would print the amount that goes with your goal. So there are 25 little faces on here, 25 ladies. And so maybe your goal is to have 25 new customers in a month. Maybe it's 25 new customers in 6 months. Maybe you're just going for Princess Court and it's 25 customers this year. But maybe you have a really huge goal and it's 25 customers this week that you are going to put product on and you're going to be, whether that's through sample or in person. So whatever that is, it's just a place for you to track it. Now, I like to write their name here and then write in their face how much they purchased, just because then it's fun to track that too. All right, the next one that you'll see is the National Quart of Sales Tracking Sheet. So we know that a tracked number grows, right? Mary Kay has taught us that. So we want to make sure we're tracking this and filling it in. And isn't it so fun to fill in squares like that? So maybe you're going to use a favorite color highlighter, or maybe you're going to use a solid bold Sharpie, and you're just going to Sharpie that in. Well, these are set up with $450 retail for every one of these squares. Now, if you think about that, that's on the average, it's a $225 wholesale. That's why we've used the $450 retail. And I wanted to put it in retail version just in case you're new and you're getting free product. You're getting free product bundles that are counting in towards your quota sales for the year, or there's a flash sale, or there's a BOGO or anything else that Mary Kay might offer. So you're just tracking straight retail, because that really is all that matters in the quota sales is your retail number. So you're going to follow that along and you'll notice there's little markers, like there's 10,000, we got 20,000, 30,000 and 40,000 and 45,000, meaning that you have finished. I also might throw in there that maybe you're like, Tandy, I do the quota sales every year, but I want to use this tracking sheet you might have 2 of those. Maybe you want to stretch yourself and fill up 2 of those sheets this year and do 90,000. Isn't that exciting? All right, next up is the National Court of Sharing. Now, the reason that we want to put this in here, the reason I wanted this to be a part of it is because I want you to remember that every single person that you share this product with deserves to hear about our business opportunity. So this is kind of your reminder, like, hey, have I shared the business opportunity with her? Does she know how this works? And if not, make sure that you share the business with her too. So this is set up where it's like a 1 in 5 average, that if you share the business with 5 women, 1 would recruit. So maybe your averages are different than that. It is important to know what your averages are. So you would fill one of these squares out for every team building appointment you do, whether that's a one-on-one interview and you're having coffee together, or maybe she's on a peek into pink with your director, whatever type of a team building appointment with the follow-up where you're actually asking the question, so is this something you'd like to get started with? So would you like to join my team, where there's an actual question to close it. And then once she has joined your team, you're going to write her name in here. Again, maybe your goal is to double that, so you can print as much of those as you would like to. Okay, and then the final one is going to be the Mary Kay survey and the customer profile. So I'm going to put these in video number 3. So we're going to close that off there. And I hope that this is giving you a lot, right, to fill into your binder. So I will be back with video 3 on 45 to Thrive shortly.
Okay, so there is one more. It's not that long, and then we have a commercial from Suzanne. Oh, there's only less than 7 minutes.
Tandy Fisher, $1 million sales director from Rockford, Illinois, and this is video 3 of 45 to Thrive. So if you haven't seen videos 1 and 2 yet, make sure to stop this and go back and watch those first. Okay, today we're going to be talking about the Mary Kay survey and the customer profile and how you would use those. So the Mary Kay survey has become one of my favorites. You want to have a lot of these printed and have them ready for every single in-person appointment you do. Now, you can do them with like current customers. You could call and ask them the questions. You could send it to them and ask them to fill it out. But the way that I've used it is just in person when I have someone sitting there. So I'll typically have them do this later because they filled out their profile in the beginning. We've done their makeover, and then they've placed their order. And while they are ordering tends to be like when I will have them fill this out. But you could put this anywhere within that appointment that you're working with that customer. So this is just saying at the top, it says, as your Mary Kay beauty consultant, I want to meet all your beauty needs and expectations. I want you to have the best Mary Kay experience possible. My hope is that you fall in love with your fabulous products, and my mission is to be the best beauty consultant ever. I want to serve you in the best way possible, even if you're only a mascara user. So she puts her name here. And the first question is, what's the best customer service experience you've had? This one just kind of helps you to know what is important to her. Also, if she's in the same town as you, it's kind of cool to learn about other, other businesses in your community that have great customer service. Number 2 is, do you use social media? And it has Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. That's a place where you could let her know where you are and how you can follow each other. Number 3 is family. Do you have kids, pets? Are you married? What are their names? Now, this one I love because if you're like me, like I'll be talking with them and I'll think that I'll remember, and then I don't. So this is just a great way to be able to go back and remember those things that are important, important to her, so you can go back and check it anytime. Number 4 says, what's your dream vacation destination? Now, this one I almost ditched and I decided, no, it is becoming really great conversation. So it could work in 2 ways. One, just to find like what her dreams are or what and why she wants to go those places. The other could be because if she chooses to join your team, now these dreams, like this can be a reason that she starts a Mary Kay business to save money for this dream vacation. So it's pretty cool to see how that conversation goes. Number 5 is, please circle all products you currently use regardless of the brand. If you regularly use other skincare or glam products, please list it. So you'll notice the products listed there are the products in the 25 customers that are the 25 products for the 45 customers that we have. And so you're going to find out, like maybe she says she's using microdermabrasion and she's not using it from you. So you can ask, like, what brand are you using? Or maybe it's the eye makeup remover, something else. And you can ask what brand, what she likes about it. And then you could ask, like, would you be willing to try mine, the Mary Kay brand, on the right side of your face and your brand on the left side of your face, and tell me the difference that you notice. So now she's kind of doing the research for you and feeling the difference. You always want her to use the Mary Kay on the right side because it's the right product. We know. Okay, so these Mary Kay surveys are really fun. And then you're going to want to go into this alphabet tab, and you're going to want to categorize them by last name. You want to file them by last name. The next question is the customer profile, or the next page is customer profile. So you'll notice on what Erin Marlowe did, I love it, that you can go in and you can add her photo into that. So you have the real picture of her. You can type as much of that in as you want to, or you can keep it digital and be keeping track of all this digitally should you choose to. You don't have to print like for anything. You could use it all digital if you choose. But what you're going to find here are check marks by all the 25 products. So you can keep track of what she is using. And you'll notice, like, under Clinical Solutions Booster, it has a line to tell which one she's using. So this is just a place to track what she's using and keep track of currently using how many products out of these 25. We know she's going to be using other products too, but these specifically. And then there's a place to write her additional products as well. So it's just another great place to keep track of your customer if you want to keep it that detailed. And again, you'll file her under her last name on the tab. So this survey, going back to that one with the different products that she's using, different brands, that can help you also to know which products that you want to send out by sample version with the coupons that we talked about in the last video. So there's just so many ways to track. Again, whether it's paper or digital, that you can do what works for you. And if you want to shift some of those products up and change some things that work for you, do it. And again, maybe you're brand new and this is just, you love organization, or maybe you're not so great at organization, so you're so glad to have a tool. So whatever that is and anything in between, it's just a way for you to track those 45 customers that would use $1,000 of product every year, which would put you on the national court of sales, earning a diamond ring and extra money for your household. How incredible is this? You guys, we have such an incredible opportunity in this business to make money and to serve people. So when we serve people with the best customer service possible, and this is just a tool to help you to do that, it will show them how important they are. It will make them feel important. And isn't that what Mary Kay told us to do? To pretend like everyone is wearing an invisible sign around their neck that says, "Make me feel important." So I can't wait to hear all the results that you have from this and how you've made this work for you and implemented it with all the other amazing things that you're already doing. So
Okay, so stop screen sharing. She covered a lot, didn't she?
Yeah.
She really did.
Mhm.
And I just posted this in boards. So it's under selling ideas, and there's a folder, and it says strive for, or 45 to strive. And so in that folder is just one thing, and it's a link. And the link is pajamagraphics.com/Tandy. So that's free, and it's all, like I said, editable. So I don't have a super cute binder, but I did use the, I can find it, it's bright green. I just had this printed, that was part of her thing, so I know which it is, and if I want to, I can put something here too, so I can find it, but this is the only green folder I have. So what I did was I did the survey and then the customer profile back to back. I'm like, there's one less paper. So we're not looking at a lot of papers for one person,
Right.
because you've got this. This is your starting, if you're using this, you're starting when you first meet with them, the name, address, phone number, tell me about your face. And then that goes into the nominations and goes into your marketing that you do at your appointments. So I had a party here last night, and so I used this for the first time. So I had forgotten that she said she did this at the end. So that probably would have been better because I had them do 1 and 2 here. And I said, oh, now do this. So it took like 5 minutes before I really got started into it. So that was longer. And I didn't even, they did fill this out, but I didn't talk about it too much. I did say, oh, like, what's your dream vacation? But this is the main thing that I wanted.
Mhm.
But I didn't really use it at the closing like she said, but that would take some time. So it's going to be part of my follow-up, because they did circle stuff here. So that is very telling. That's a great
Mhm.
idea. And this is for you. That's not for the customer. That's for you when you're talking to them, that you're getting them on these products. And then the chart she had is kind of a duplicate, but that's like all the 45 customers. And obviously this is the individual one there. I file mine by first name, and she said twice by last name. So that's whatever you want to do. I'm more likely to remember their first name first, and go with it there. Questions or comments before Suzanne does our commercial? So the other thing I'm kind of trying to figure out what I want to do, I don't want it so heavy. Because right now, I'm not even sure if I'm going to use this. This is I've got 1 to 31 where I'm putting who I'm contacting that day.
Mhm.
So that's not a bad idea. I just haven't started that part. And then the back is the A through Z where I'm going to be filing these. So I'll have 2 for each person if I meet with them. So if there's somebody, if they're a customer already, you can do this on the phone. So that's easy enough to do. Oh, as far as the binder being heavy, because she talked about the product fact sheet, which I thought was a great idea. I'm running off like more than 1 copy and putting them in the sheet protector. I just ordered the divider tabs A through Z because the ones I have are not long enough like these, because when I put it in a sheet protector, that brings it out farther because of where your hole punch is. So
Mhm.
I couldn't even see the A through Z. So I think I ordered the right ones. I'll let you know. And so I may put them in the back, or I may put them in a separate binder. I don't know. I'm not sure if I want to have a binder and another binder. So, but that's for if you're new or you don't know about all the products, it's a very good reference. So like hydrogel eye patches, you're like, well, I know I've heard of them. I don't know that much about them. I don't know how to explain them to my customer. Then you can just pull that, go to that product fact sheet. You could just like file them alphabetically. You don't even need the tabs. So I'm not even sure I'm going to keep tabs. We'll see what happens. But then you can talk about it more intelligently because you've got the product fact sheet right in front of you. So I think sometimes people don't talk about enough different products because they don't know about them themselves. So I just printed out about the 4 boosters because I want to make sure that I'm getting people on boosters. And it will be very telling when you go through your purchase history of customers of what they really are on and what they're not on. And so just go back like 1 year since like July 2024 and what have they purchased in that last year, and then move forward to what you want them to purchase. And did you catch this? She sent either mails or with a reorder, I would say, a skincare sample and a color sample. So it's not both, but I like the idea of 2. I haven't been doing that. I like the idea of the coupon, and it's $10 off a $40 purchase.
Mhm.
So there's that little deal in there too. So
Yep.
there's a lot going on, and go through, and you're going to need, if those of you with a good customer base, like Mickey and Pat, you're going to have to go through and see who are your top. So I, went through and we've got a list now, or we meaning my amazing office assistant went through and listed my my top, what did I say, 50. And then we'll go from there. So I have I actually have 4 customers that have purchased $1,000 in a year, but that's only 4. I mean,
Yeah.
I can get to national court of sales with all my customers doing a little, but I love the idea of having less customers. So it's very manageable for those of you who are new or don't have a lot of customers getting to national court, or if that's just not your thing, then do princess court, do half. But the idea is if you're doing half, you're making half the profit you could be making. So I still would strive for 45 customers. And she also talked about it's the miracle set. Well, many of us here are have more repair customers. So we're going to hit that 1,000 sooner. And especially if they're ordering 3 repair sets in a year, and some are. So, or at least most of them, I could see, I probably use, I don't know, 3 in a year. So, and did she mention the brow liner? Did I miss that?
Yes,
She
she
did.
did.
Okay, okay. See, I heard it one time, but not this time. So, and it's true. If you start demoing brow pencil, the brow liner, and they get it, they're going to reorder that because they're not going to put their eyebrow pencil on once and then not the next 3 days. I do not leave the house unless I'm going to go to the Y first thing without my eyebrow pencil.
Yeah.
All right. So that will get reordered. And that's what you want. So, because I used to never sell eyebrow pencils till I started using it. And then I started looking at people's eyebrows. I'm like, do you use eyebrow pencil? Well, how about if you try eyebrow pencil? Once, and then you get the right color, they're going to love it and they're going to reorder it. So it is worth it to have one of each. I can't say I've ever sold the black, brown one, or whatever the darkest one. I have not ever sold that. The other colors I have sold. So I think it's worth the investment to have that as a demo. Okay. One other thing I want Suzanne to do her commercial first.
Yes, because I have to leave shortly.
Yes,
I have somebody
okay.
coming at 7:30.
Boy,
So
oh
it's
boy,
going to
oh
be a
boy, I
quick
forgot
one.
about that.
Yeah. I am talking about the CC cream tonight. This is
Yay.
also on the 50% off special deals this month.
Mhm.
So it comes in 5 different shades. We have very light, light to medium, medium to deep, deep, and very deep. Now, this has 8 beauty benefits to it. It protects, it has an SPF of 15 in it. It brightens, it corrects, minimizes redness, conceals, hydrates, reduces signs of aging, and defends against environmental stressors. So you can use this on your own, or you can use a foundation primer first, or you can use this and then the foundation over it if you need more coverage, and then a silky setting powder. And it retails for $22.
Very good. Any questions? Any comments?
Oh, wait, like this. There we go.
And this is a product that it's so funny that people think that they're running out of, and because it doesn't squirt out, that when you cut into it, you've got at least another week.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
Mhm.
because that little thing is up in the middle, and then product is around it, and more than a week, 2 weeks. And so it's a
Yes.
little tight. So make sure your customers know that, because it will start acting like if there's nothing in there when there really is.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah.
I'll let you go, Suzanne. I'm going to
Okay.
share one more thing with everybody else. And thanks for being here, girl.
Yes.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Suzanne.
Mhm.
Fall advance. I have looked around, and Brittany Jenks has one in Westerville, Ohio, which is with stops. I think it'd probably be 7.5 hours for us. So that's where I'm going, and that's where I want you to come too. So I've checked into Airbnbs, and there's a couple there that I think would be fun for us to share. It's October 24th and 25th. So I'll start there. I do not have a lot of details at this moment. The 24th and 25th of October is a Friday and a Saturday. I don't know what time it starts Friday. I don't know what time it ends Saturday. So I would looked at the Airbnbs from the 23rd, which is Thursday, and leaving Sunday the 26th as a possibility. I haven't done anything yet, but I've got to find out that information, because if it ends at noon on Saturday, we can drive back that same day. If it ends at 4 or 5, I'm going to say, let's stay over and leave Sunday morning. Okay. I'm not going to drive 7.5 hours. And same thing, when does it start? If it's starting at 8 o'clock Friday, I'm coming in Thursday. So, and guess who is one of the featured guest speakers? Tandy Fisher. I was so excited. Joellen was the one, she's got a person, I think somebody in Buffalo that's going. So she had found this, and I'm like, oh my goodness. So Tandy Fisher is a $1 million sales director. Lisa Ann Harmon is. Angel Fry is a $1 million sales director. So Tina Franz, I don't know if she's $1 million, but I can't remember what she taught on. Something with sharing. I think it was the what, like in appointments, like pulling things out of your bag, like, you know, the rubber band means flexibility and all that. I think she talked about trained on that. Lindsay Creamer, I don't know if she's $1 million, but she's a top director. And then there's some others that I don't know, but that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then there's Anna Sampales. I think she's $1 million director. A lot of big names. So I definitely think this is the one to go to. There's a $75 early bird registration. Lunch is provided on Saturday. I don't know what it will be. I don't know when this early bird registration ends. I've got to find out that detail. But I would really like, because we didn't have people go to the seminar, I would really like you to go to this to really see the bigger picture, get connected in a smaller venue than seminar. But with National Sales Director Brittany Jenks, I still think it's going to be pretty darn big. It's going to be good. So when I find out more, I will tell you more. But I would really like you to save the dates and be a part of this. And if you need to ask for time off from work, right now I would even go asking off for Thursday and Friday too, until I know more. But that's what I wanted to share. Is there any comments or questions from what Tandy shared? I wanted to get through these 3 videos because she said you could do one a week, but I'm like, no, I want to do it all and have you know all of it and get the binder. There is a little bit of organization at first, but it'll be very telling to you. I can't wait till I start going through with my customers. So like, what do you mean you're not on this? Or what do you mean you haven't ordered lifting serum? Or what do you mean? So in my private group, I just talked about today that I'm really excited about my top 25 favorite products, and that I'm going to be talking about them, and I'm going to send samples out to them for whatever samples they want. And then I will obviously follow up with them if certain people don't ask for samples. But so I did hydrogel eye patches today. And I also ordered from Amazon foil pouches that would hold the a pair of the hydrogel eye patches, and then you can crimp them with a flat iron or something. And I've gotten that from Amazon. So I have little ones that you can put like cream sample of something in, but this are bigger, so you can get hydrogel eye patches in without ripping them or ripping the bag away. So I'm waiting for that to come in. So I can get those samples out because they are $3 each from the company, and that's a lot. I don't really want you spending $3 each. But I also don't want you making up like a whole bunch because I do still think they can dry out. Because I think the ones from the company have dried out because I've kind of held on to them. Then I'm like, get these out of my office. So have people try them before they do dry out. Trying to think if there was anything else, but any questions or comments? Pat, I know you had done this at one point and got to Princess Court, and then I just think that when we do this, we're going to be and consistent with it, because you and Mickey, being the more seasoned consultants on the screen right now, are very consistent in your customer service. And this is just another way to do the and then some. Oh, so what Tandy had on there, she had a contour on there and she had a toner on there. I took those out. So I put in, oh, for crying out loud, one thing I put in was lip gloss. So 2 lipsticks, and then the last thing I changed toner to lip gloss. Oh, so then you have to make sure you change it on that profile card too. Because on this part, you got to change it here and you have to change it on the back here. But it's all on Canva, so you can do that. I don't really, so I took off. Oh, brush. I put a foundation blending brush, I think. Foundation brush instead of the contour. So if you remember, Heather Daniel Kent said really only, what was it, autumn? One of the seasons is contour, and really nobody else needs contour. What did you think Tandy Fisher was? What season? Any guesses? I put her at spring or autumn based on
Yeah.
what she was wearing. And just her whole face was just so golden. It just was so pretty. So different than pink me. Very pink. So yeah, it's kind of fun to look at people and try to guess things like that. But this, you can just go to pajamagraphics.com/Tandy yourself, or that link is in boards under selling ideas, and there's a folder 45 to strive to rewatch it. And but all and in there is all of these everything and the coupons. And when we do
Coupons
it,
work.
yes.
They were a big, that was one of the big things that I noticed that changed.
See, and I didn't use those before. I'm like, oh, that's one more thing. And then I have started using the thing of like, and I was just doing 15% off if you purchase that product. But I don't know, did you catch that? She said it's $10 off a $40 purchase. It doesn't even have to be those two samples.
Right.
That kind of blew my mind. I'm like, I thought we were trying to get them on other products. So, but it doesn't matter. You're still getting them closer to 1,000. So I don't know where I put all my little things. So like she said, 2 miracle sets, or what is it? One, how many serum C plus Cs do you think you go through, Mickey, in a year?
Myself personally, 3.
3.
Yep.
Okay. That makes sense. So she has
Mhm.
down 1. So you may find like there's gonna be some people like, I don't wear eyeshadow. I'm never gonna wear eyeshadow. And so eyeshadow's on here, but they may make up for it in having 3 serum C plus E instead of
Right.
just 1.
Right.
So don't get too bent out of shape by that. You still want to keep a tally, a total, and I don't know, a prize. Say this is you can talk about your goal and say when you get to $1,000, I've got some big party for you or something. I don't know, whatever you want to do. But you never know. Like I demoed primer, CC cream, and the foundation blending brush, the $16 brush. I sold 3 of those brushes last night. And it's good. I had more on my shelf than I wanted to, but they love that brush. And one person just bought the brush. I'm like, okay, get the brush. Use whatever you want with it. But what else? It's interesting having just the dynamics and stuff of people here. But I didn't demo liquid eyeshadow, but I think that's a good thing. When you do sell it.
You
And
do.
that's something you can do. A dash out the door look can be mascara, liquid eyeshadow, lip gloss. And with all these people here, I have all the lip glosses open as a demo, but I did not give them that choice. I gave them the 3 that I always use: Fancy Nancy, Pink Ballerina, and Nude Blush. So there's a cream, a shimmer, and a pearl. So that saves time. Do not give them too many choices. I would still be there probably. What was the other thing? It's crazy. What was the other thing? I don't know. Oh, mascara. I am selling more. I might have said this once before. Black brown mascara. When my hostess was fair skin, light eyes, blonde, and I just didn't give her a choice. I said, "This is for you," and she loved it. And 2 other people, they wanted the black brown. So when you offer it, say, do you want black or black brown? Many will choose black brown because it's not an option very many places. And it really is better for them as far as not being harsh. And then both Mickey and Pat, you may remember the whole minking
Oh,
look or whatever. Probably we call it a trend now, where you use black brown mascara all over, and then you tip the ends in black. So I didn't even get to that. We were going over anyway. So, I was trying to cut my losses, but still it was over $400. And somebody who couldn't come at that time, she came earlier in the day and bought almost 100. So it was good. And so now I've talked to the hostess. I'm like, these are your family. They can be your customers. And she was at a party from a couple weeks ago, and it was all coworkers. And I'm like, they can be your customers too. So I'm going to get somebody, from this group or the school group, because they just should. They just should. Why should it be me? So that's what I've got. Reach out to me, and if you want to have an individual coaching session, let me know and I can send you my availability. But Friday, I'm leaving for where am I going? Connecticut. See Corey and Caroline and Cindy. And Cindy's the dog, the hiccup Yorkie. And Corey and Caroline in Connecticut. So that's my weekend, but I am still here tomorrow and Thursday. And if you want to chat about anything we've talked about or anything we didn't talk about, that's what I'm here for. Okay, thank you for being here. I do appreciate you. Bye for now.
Bye. Thank you.
Good night, ladies. Thank you, Sherry.
You're welcome.